Look who I get to hang out with.
Huh?
He's never stuck in here, and he's never
never drink this either, and I need caffeine right now.
It's so bad for you, Coca-Cola. Never get stuck in a car with you, nor do I ever let you drive my car. This is a miracle right now. This is like history in the making.
Oh my goodness. So in this video, what are we doing?
What are we doing? We're just hanging out.
So in this video, we're talking about 3 different things that you could actually learn, or we're gonna actually teach you guys how to work together with your spouse, co-CEOs, and actually not murder, kill, or curse out or slander their name, at least in a 24-hour basis. So, anyway, here's about, actually probably like more like 5, but we'll go over the top 3 things that we've learned from working together for off and on for like the last 14 years. So, Bridget, what do you think is the top thing that, what is the breakdown that people normally have, and then, you know, what is something that we've learned from working together? Or what's some benefits actually from working together? How about that? What's the benefits of working with your spouse?
There's tons of benefits. I think that's what has us stay in it.
So give me 3.
So many benefits.
What's 3 on your mind?
Oh, okay. So 1, you know, because I've been in business partnerships before, right? Both of us have, where we're with other people that are supposedly our business partners, and they're not. You think you're on the same page and you're shooting for the same goals and are headed the same direction as far as vision, but you're really not. At the end of the day, they have their own agenda and you have your own. And I think in a marriage partnership, it's pretty special because you really are life partners. You really are raising a family together. You really do live together. You really are paying your bills together. And so it's pretty special because we're in alignment and we're headed towards the same direction, same vision. So. And
it's cool too because if I could add, actually, would be the not only that you guys are in alignment together, but there's a good and a bad, right? So you reap the reward together, right? Like if you bust butt, that's a big benefit. Like you're reaping the reward, like, oh my goodness, we did this together, right? And then the other negative part is you also reap when something goes sideways, you know? So in the goal, so it's like a good and bad.
Well, you celebrate and you suffer together.
You celebrate and suffer. But here's the other thing.
Celebrate, suffer, and sacrifice.
Yes.
All of it together.
You know, and what I love about, was it Ray Dalio? Is that his name?
Yeah, Ray Dalio.
Ray Dalio, who wrote the book Principles. I love what he said. He said, pain plus reflection equals success. Right? And so whenever you think that way, for us, we think about, okay, yes, we had a temporary pain. Normally, it's not my fault, right? But obviously, I'll take this one, right? So if it's on me, right? So if it's on me, then what do? I have to first reflect. What just happened? What did we learn from this? How do we move forward, right? Like we had a bad agreement with an ex-employee. And that was just a bad agreement. So, okay, so what do we learn from that bad agreement? Okay, don't do that again, right? And then write something down that you could actually write down kind of like what's your principle on the matter. And that's kind of a really big deal. So what do you think about that, Bridget? Like what's another huge benefit from working with your spouse? We just gave 3.
Oh gosh, there's so many. Geez, on the spot. I thought we were just going for a drive.
Oh my goodness.
He always does this
I'll give you one. So we've just implemented one, you know, with your spouse. Not everybody could do this, but with your spouse, we call it radical truth. So if Bridget says the word radical truth, I already know like something, it may be coming up also not just for me, but for her. She may say, hey, I just want to give you a heads up. I messed this up. Like this is on me, right? Or I may say something as well. Say, you know, Bridge, I had a conference call and I should have called you and I didn't even give you a call. I just kind of burned right through it, right? So it's like
hanging.
So normally with a partner or somebody in a normal business, you can't, if the whole company's not playing that game of radical truth, you can't play it just because it's too many politics, right? So if you say something sideways, that guy may use it against you later on, playing that political game. For me, is like we're both CEOs. Who we're playing the game with.
I think you're right. I think, and to say more about that, I think what you're trying to say is like being authentic. When you're in a working relationship where Like, I'll be straight. I don't have it that I can be fired. So I'm very comfortable. So probably a little too comfortable. I probably shouldn't have said that, because now he's going to be like, you could be replaced, girl. No. So I think when you're comfortable, you can be your authentic self, and you're not afraid to bring
good and
ideas.
Bad.
Yeah, it could be flipped. To bring good ideas to the table.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, you can sometimes take things personal too, because you're so close and intimate with your partner.
Yeah.
So you really have to watch that balance. You got to really be looking for that, and always be aware that might happen, because it's natural.
Yeah.
And we're human, and it's okay. But I just love that we can recreate every day. And in 14 years, we've been through a roller coaster ride, and it's a miracle that we're here. And so I get a kick out of, my greatest joy is seeing how long we've been in this game, and what we've been through, what we've overcome. I can freaking write about 5 books on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time.
And I know so can you. So I think there's a satisfaction at the end of the day, like, wow, we actually did it. Wow, we've been through that. We survived that. Wow, we came out on the other end okay.
Yeah.
And stronger, and so it's
we're still here.
Yeah.
That's another thing too.
Yeah.
So longevity, right? So if you another point, I think it's like lesson 5 or 17. I don't know which one we're on. But another point would be, whenever you are when you're doing business with your spouse, there's a longevity about it. You know, as long as the other person doesn't quit. And men, I'm going to go more towards your side. If you're doing a business with your spouse, first of all, you need to understand a couple things. Number one, you have to take full responsibility for everything. Even if you gave the responsibility to your spouse, it's still not her responsibility, in a sense of, you have to do the double checking. Now, your partner in crime may also be sensitive to the matter. If they call you out and you miss something, you need to own it, right? So these are certain things that you just got to own.
Yeah.
In men, you have to take full responsibility for the entire business, and for the good things and the bad things. And so to me, that's a huge thing, because I see a lot of guys, they try to blow it off or not take responsibility, to look good. But what do you think?
I'm thankful that you have that view and that mindset. And at the same time, it doesn't let the ladies off the hook, because I think
I can't talk to the ladies though. That's
and I don't know if a lot of people have that belief system. I think that the belief system of, like, the man is the leader of the household is more of a Christian belief.
Well, that is biblical.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a belief system that we've been raised in, and so I'm thankful for it, because I think it's amazing. But at the same time, we don't get let off the hook either.
No.
Like, it's 100%, and just like he's responsible for the things that work and don't work, I'm also responsible for the things that work and don't work, and I should also be holding him accountable and holding myself accountable. And so I don't want to just give it all on you. That's easy. That's an easy scapegoat, but and I'm grateful for it, because it makes for an amazing guy that can clean up, and when he makes mistakes, owns it and makes it right, and gets back up, and always is thinking about the family, and is always thinking about us, and I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I think I also worry about the family. I worry about the business. I worry about all these things, and I think a lot of women do. But
I think they don't know what to look for, though.
Yeah, so don't let us off the hook so easily.
Well, it's not that. I think any good CEO, any good founder, you've got to own everything. Elon Musk has 10,000 employees, but he owns it. He owns every ounce of it, not blaming anybody for anything.
It's like he takes full responsibility for anything and everything.
You have to, the good and the bad. So if something goes sideways, how can you do better? Now, you would love to have a partner that thinks identical to that, just because now you guys could move a lot quicker. But the only reason why I say that is not all women think that way. Not all men think that way. But it does help, and I do believe that we are always in some kind of alignment, saying, okay, how can we get better?
Yeah.
And that takes communication.
And not everybody's got out to work with their spouse. I really do believe that there is a superpower that you must embrace. I think everyone can have this superpower. It's not like I'm born with this superpower.
Yeah.
I think it's a muscle that you build. or you develop.
But you got to have clear roles and responsibilities. So here's another tip as well.
Yeah.
If you're going to work together, you have to be very, very clear. Like I am, I'm marketing and acquisition, right? And then the overall business of it, right? Like how the machine works in a sense of the vision of it.
The overall vision.
Yeah.
You're pretty much the head guy there for sure.
Bridget is in fulfillment world. You want to say more about that?
I'm in the great idea, and here's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, he always brings the great ideas, and I go, oh crap.
Yeah.
That's huge. What the heck? You want to do that?
Yeah.
I freak out for about 5 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, all right, here's how I think we should do it. And then of course he does that too, but then I see all the little in between little cracks and creases and all the details in between. So
yeah.
Anyways.
No, it's perfect. And at the end of the day, you just got to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And just know you have to have patience. You know, the love quote or the love scripture says something beautiful. Number one, it says, love is patient, love is kind.
Yeah.
Love has no envy, love has no record of wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're practicing those things, that is something that you're just always going to win.
Yeah.
You have a higher probability that you guys are going to succeed if you have patience, if you have love there, and then if you really, really, really do not keep any record of wrong, because at the end of the day, all that record's going to do is bring it back up again, and it doesn't do anything if it is a make wrong and not a lesson.
That's right.
So anything else you want to say?
No, we've reached our destination.
Perfect.
We're out of here.
We're out. I'll see you guys, and we'll take it from there.
Bye.